The warrior who inherited the swordsmanship of Cliff, the hero of Serendia, Jourdain Ducasse was only 20 years of age when he made a name for himself with his feats during the war between Calpheon and Hydael. Later on, he becomes engaged to the Princess of Hydael and gains the title of Grand Chamberlain. Yet, in the year 285, he attempts a coup against Calpheon, which ends in failure and his disappearance. Shadow Arena Hero Spotlight, Jourdain Ducasse. Wielding a sword and shield, Jourdain is a hero who can go both offensive and defensive in fights. In particular, Jourdain's shield can block an enemy's attack and status ailment casts, thus allowing for a more defensive style of play. However, his attack speed is on the slower side, so he will need to either plan surprise attacks from afar or go on the offensive after blocking the enemy's attacks to effectively shut them down. First is Jourdain's inherent skill, Shield of Hydael. Jourdain's shield allows him to block all attacks, including status ailment casts, from foes within his capacity. In addition, immediately upon use, Jourdain's DP will increase and his defensive capabilities greatly bolstered. Hold the right mouse button to maintain a defensive stance, and you can also move in that state by using the directional keys. Shield of Hydael is an extremely useful skill for blocking and countering an enemy's attacks. Next is Jourdain's number one skill, Spear of Serendia. Jourdain throws his spear to damage his opponent. Upon impact, the opponent will receive damage and be knocked down. Spear of Serendia is a good skill to use from long range to begin combat, and is also very useful in between combos due to its CC effect. Also, it is perfect for finishing off opponents with low HP before they attempt to flee from battle. The number 2 skill is Shield Charge. Jourdain raises his shield and charges towards his opponent. Upon impact, the opponent will be pushed back slightly. Even if you are hit by your opponent's skills, it will not interrupt your shield charge. If you left-click during shield charge, you can apply an extra hit after shield charge ends. It's an efficient skill to use to safely close in on your enemies. The number 3 skill is Formation Break. Jourdain jumps high into the air and brings his sword down onto his foes. The shockwave from his descending blade will send nearby enemies flying. If the enemy strikes right before Jourdain makes the jump or while he's still in the air, Formation Break will not be interrupted. This skill allows Jourdain to instantly close the gap between him and his opponents. Quite literally, the skill allows him to break the enemy formation. The 4th skill is Spinning Slash. Jourdain musters all of his strength and cuts through the opponent. This is Jourdain's strongest skill and sends opponents flying a considerable distance. Spinning Slash can be used both for its CC effect or as the final blow to the end of a combo chain. Due to its casting time, your opponent can easily interrupt your attack, so use this skill with caution. Low Sweep is a basic kick attack. Upon impact, the opponent will be knocked over, and due to its quick casting time, it is a good skill to use when quickly interrupting your opponent's skill or connecting between combos. Utilize Jourdain's basic combo skills and inflict great damage on your opponents. First, approach the enemy while blocking their attacks with Shield Charge. During Shield Charge, left-click to inflict an extra attack on the opponent. After the extra attack, use Kick to knock over your foe. Then deal tons of damage with Spinning Slash. With your opponent knocked back far away, pursue with Formation Break to inflict additional damage and CC. Finish the knockdown opponent off with Spear of Serendia. If your opponent is not finished off by this combo, use Shield of Hydael to block your opponent's attack and wait for the next opportune moment. Jordine was once a hero with a pure heart, but once Heidel cast him aside, he conspired with the Shadow Knights and fell into darkness. Can he regain the honor of his glory days once more through the Shadow Arena? Armed with this knowledge, step into the arena and find out.